Whenever the big stories break, we keep you in touch with what's going on. 600 WMT.
Here on the morning show, we've got 46 degrees for your time right now. One of the big stories we've been covering here over the past week has been this outbreak of bird flu in the state of Iowa and how it has affected not only the flocks, but also the individuals that tend to those, both turkey and chicken. Dr. Patricia Quinlisk is the director of the Iowa Department of Public Health, and she joins us here on the telephone. Dr. Quinlisk, good morning and welcome to the program. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for having me on.
No, appreciate you joining us this early in the morning. Now, before we get to the main story here, flu season's pretty much wrapped up. Can you give us a wrap on the season? How did it end up for Iowa and Iowans?
Well, we had a pretty rough flu season this year. The main strain that we saw was one that was very bad. It made a lot of people sick. We had, unfortunately, a lot of people end up in hospitals and had quite a few deaths. It is petering out now. We have a few cases here and there, but we're pretty much over the flu season at this point.
Oh, that's good news. Now we're on to allergy season.
Yeah, and that's obviously coming up because of all the trees and everything. I mean, they look beautiful, and I love them, but I must admit I have a slight allergy to tree pollen, so this time of year I'm always sneezing and coughing a bit.
Yeah, and there's not much the Iowa Department of Public Health can do about that, so we'll move forward with...
Yeah, unfortunately not. I wish we could.
Yeah, the next big story is this outbreak of the avian flu or the bird flu that has affected chicken layers and turkey flocks, most specifically in northwest Iowa. One of the big questions people have is about food safety. Is there a food safety concern that Iowa Department of Public Health knows about or is looking at with regard to this?
No, there really isn't. The bird flu would not transmit to a person this way, even if you did happen to eat one of these animals. But the bottom line is when animals, these flocks get this, they go in and they depopulate, and those animals never get to our tables. So there really is no risk at all to our food.
Now, this is something where it's not so much an Iowa Department of Public Health, but an Iowa Department of Agriculture and Land Stewardship issue. But I would imagine that they probably keep you up to date, informed on these kind of things, because you get plenty of questions from people like me when I called to get the interview.
Well, that's right, and we work very closely with the Department of Ag and, of course, any other departments that might have issues going on that have some spillover into the health area, because we always want to make sure that we work together and keep Iowans healthy.
Yeah, no, keep them healthy, and not only that, this time of year, it's something that is very important to you as well as to the Ag Department, is the safety of farmers as they get back out into the fields, isn't it?
Well, that's right. We know that, unfortunately, farming can be a dangerous occupation especially if some precautions aren't taken, and we want to make sure that farmers stay healthy and don't have injuries and all of that too, because that is obviously a very important part of our economy.
Most definitely. Dr. Patricia Quinlisk is the director of the Iowa Department of Public Health. She joins us here on the WMT Morning Show, talking a little bit about bird flu, avian flu. It's not something that's transmitted to human beings. Is there something, though, with regard to the livestock production and even crop production? What's the most important thing as far as health-wise that you think about when you think about the health of those involved in the creation of what really is the world's breadbasket here in Iowa?
Well, let me talk just a bit about what we're doing with the bird flu. And while it really is not an issue getting into our food, we do get a little bit concerned that the workers who are directly dealing with these sick animals, they may get exposed to this virus. And even though, again, this virus is not a human virus, it has not made any humans ill, we do watch those workers very, very closely to make sure that they won't get ill. And some of them, we even offer to them antiviral medications, basically the same ones we do for human flu, just to make absolutely sure that they don't come down with this strain of avian flu. So we do watch them.
Dr. Quinlisk, thank you so much for joining us in the WMT Morning Show. Have a great weekend, would you?
Sure, you too.